In this video, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how you can actually start working out and eat better and actually stick to it in the next coming months so you can actually get in shape and feel your very best. If you guys know me, you know that I've been on a really long road with my health and fitness journey with a lot of ups and downs. I was on birth control for quite a long time. I was on birth control for 12 years, and so that had a really unique impact on my overall health and also the way that I looked at my body. So backtracking a little bit, it was my last year working at Hooters. It was towards the end of 2019, early 2020, and with everything happening in the world, I ended up losing my job. So that whole journey basically forced me on a brand new path, and that's when I ended up getting certified as a holistic health coach. And that is when my true health and fitness journey began. So first, we're gonna talk about working out. My first step into actually getting yourself in a really good, consistent workout routine is to be realistic.
BFFR. What did that spell? Be fucking for real.
I want you to think about a really realistic workout plan that you can follow every single week. Because at the end of the day, we all have different lives, different schedules, different responsibilities. And so all of our fitness journeys are gonna look so different. If you are looking at Instagram models and feeling inadequate because you see them drinking their green juice and going to the gym twice a day and eating all organic, that is not realistic to 99% of the population. And I know some of you watching, you work your asses off. Maybe you're a bartender, maybe you work a 9 to 5, maybe you work in customer service, maybe you have kids to take care of. So I want you guys to actually give yourself credit for actually wanting to start this healthy routine, because trust me, I know once you clock out, the last thing you want to do is get your butt in the gym.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad! You keep digging!
I'm gonna give you guys some tough love right now, because you and me both know that we all can create a little bit of time for ourselves to actually get our booties and go to the gym. My second tip is to prep ahead. You might think that this is a very small thing that doesn't really matter. When you prep your breakfast or you make your pre-workout meal ahead of time, these things are gonna help you, 1, save time, 2, motivate you, and 3, it's gonna cut out decision fatigue. We don't realize how many decisions we have to make over the course of our entire day and the impact that it has on our brains. So when you actually prep things ahead of time, the less taxing everything else feels. This applies especially to you if you have to wake up super early for the gym. This will help you have a lot more peace in your morning instead of waking up rushing, thinking, oh, I have to make a whole meal, I have to think about what I'm gonna wear. You have everything laid out so you can have a more peaceful morning. My next tip is to find what you love and lock yourself in. Sometimes you gotta do things that are gonna force you to get up and work out. And from personal experience, booking workout classes ahead of time really does the job. The girl has definitely snoozed the alarm only to realize that I, 1, missed my workout class and also now owe a $17 fee. That experience alone was enough to make me not ever wanna miss a workout class again. And something that's even worse is that that day I actually planned to meet with a friend to go to Pilates, and she was just at the studio waiting for me to show up, like, hello. That alone made me feel so horrible the rest of the day. So that's also another good motivator, is having your friend go to a class with you so you guys can hold each other accountable. I personally like to use ClassPass because I'm someone that likes to try different studios, because I feel like the diversity in classes makes it really fun, not to mention you can get your nails done and like facials and all that stuff. So if they have ClassPass wherever you live, I can leave a link below so you guys can get like a free trial. But again, you guys don't need to use ClassPass. You can get a membership to your local Pilates studio or bar. Is it Barre or Bar Studio? I've never done it before. You could do that. You could do Zumba. You can do kickboxing. So from there, then you can decide how many times a week you want to go. That's like realistic for you. So my schedule, I basically do Pilates 2 times a week and I weight train 4 to 5 days a week while also adding cardio in the mix too. Unless I'm on my period, because that week my schedule definitely changes. But honestly, knowing what my workout schedule is going to look like the week ahead, it gives me so much peace and structure. Your girl is not very organized and structured. So when I have it laid out, it just feels really good. And I will say adding in some sort of strength training is really important in your workout routine, no matter if you're a guy or a girl. I've actually found that having more muscle on the body actually has a better impact on blood sugar. And we all know how important blood sugar regulation is nowadays. This one might be a little controversial, but my next tip is to look cute. You guys cannot underestimate the excitement and motivation you get after getting a really cute gym fit. There is something to getting a new outfit and just having so much excitement to want to like put it on and go to the gym. Maybe it's just me, but that's honestly just how I feel. I'll give you guys a list of all my favorite workout brands, but to all my girlies and maybe guys that want to have a cute fit but don't feel like spending $100 on a workout set, if you have watched any of my previous videos, I am a serial online thrifter. I just got got this Set Active set for $40 when, if you know Set Active, you're usually spending upwards of $100 for a set. So I'm here to tell you guys that it is possible to be balling on a budget, and I will show you guys all my favorite resale apps right here. And I'll also link them in the description if you want to check them out too. My first tip in regards to diet is to really eat more protein and fiber. I can't stress this enough that people severely undereat fiber and protein, and most of us wonder why we have such bad sugar cravings at night, and it's really because we're undernourishing our bodies throughout the day. Our bodies are searching for some sort of nourishment and energy, so that's why we result in having these cravings at night. But when you up your protein and your fiber, your body feels satiated throughout the day and you feel less inclined to crave the junk food. So eating good quality protein like grass-fed beef, organic pasture-raised chicken, pasture-raised eggs, and turkey, Greek yogurt, wild-caught fish, these are all really great sources of protein. And again, if you don't have the budget for all organic foods, please don't stress over it. As long as you're not filling up your protein stores with Quest protein chips and Premier protein drinks and bars, and you're just actually eating real whole foods, you're in the right place. I'd also recommend too checking out the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen list, so you can kind of see what foods you should always buy organic and foods that it's okay if you don't buy organic. I actually do follow it just because it's nice to be able to save some money on not buying organic food all the time. And as for fiber, you can steam up some cruciferous veggies, you can add chia seeds, eat leafy greens, raspberries. If you guys have a Trader Joe's near you, you guys should get the bag of frozen organic raspberries. You get so much and it's super cheap. I like to add them onto yogurt bowls and oatmeal and that kind of stuff. My next tip is to make meals that actually excite you. We don't need meals that look like this, okay? We need to do some unprogramming of the brain because eating foods like this is not necessary to get in shape and to feel your best. Eating healthy can actually be really fun and exciting because you guys can still eat your favorite meals but put like a healthy spin to it. So for example, me and my boyfriend, we really like the breakfast bowls at Chick-fil-A. They have the chicken nuggets and they have the egg and they have the hash brown, and obviously they have some Chick-fil-A sauce. So what did I do? I ended up making it myself, but the amazing part about it was I was able to eat this meal for 3 days in a row. Obviously, getting in some fiber and greens in your breakfast, this is not an ideal breakfast that you should be having every day. But again, if you have a craving or there's something that you really love and you don't want to miss out on, you don't have to miss out on it. And obviously, I will say that it is good to be conscious of your portion sizes. And I'm not saying that you should track all your food and be a slave to the scale, but I will say that tracking your protein and your fiber might be kind of helpful in the beginning of your journey. I know for me, when I started tracking my food, I realized that I wasn't eating nearly enough protein or fiber than I should have been. And so when I did start tracking it, I was like, okay, now this makes more sense. Over time, you'll be able to kind of eyeball food and know how much protein and fiber and all of that is in the food. But I will say that following 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is ideal. If you are somebody that works out consistently and you're building a lot of muscle, I would definitely follow the 1 gram rule. If you're somebody that is just beginning your fitness journey, I would start on the lower end, so 0.8 grams. As for fiber, this is really gonna depend on your gender, your age, your weight, and your specific bodily needs. So it's gonna be hard to kind of explain that to you guys, but I would say around 25 to 50 grams of fiber, 50 being like really high. So if you're just starting to up your fiber, do not shoot for 50. I would start off at 20 and just slowly start working your way up. That feels comfortable for your body because I wouldn't want you guys to have to struggle with any digestive issues. We are all so unique and all have very bio-individual needs. So because of that, your plate might look a little bit different than mine, especially if you have different goals than me. But I'm gonna add a little plate right here so you can use it as a guide on how to balance out your meals. And I also wanna tell you guys that it's okay to indulge sometimes. When we consistently restrict ourselves from foods that we desperately love and we crave, it truly makes us just want it that much more. I used to really struggle with binge eating, so I understand that when you restrict yourself, it basically leads into an even bigger binge. So eat the slice of pizza, have the burger, enjoy life. As long as you're eating healthy at least 80% of the time, I promise you guys, you are good. The next thing I want to talk about are beliefs and mindset. For anything like me, you probably tried to go balls to the the wall within anything you do, which means you may have tried cutting out food groups, try working out every single day, and just completely run yourself into the ground trying out a new fitness and health regimen. I'm telling you right now, when you do that, you're setting yourself up for failure. We are creatures of habit, and so when we go completely off the rails and make a bunch of massive changes all at once, our bodies and our mind begin to feel unsafe, and so because of that, we go back to our old, comfortable way of living. Making massive changes like that can feel very jarring to our bodies and our nervous system, so you really do need to take baby steps towards the goals that you have. So for example, if you have the new workout class you want to try it out for 2 weeks, give yourself time to adjust, and don't automatically go into a full workout plan where you're working out 6 days a week and pushing yourself super hard. So giving yourself time to adjust to the new habit that you're forming can be super helpful. And then on the following weeks, you can start crowding out the junk food and just start adding in the healthier stuff. Promise, this will be a lot more sustainable and you'll really be able to stick to your goals. I also want to go back to what I said about crowding out. When we think about starting this new healthy lifestyle, we think about automatically cutting out all the junk. And while that is a good part and eventually that's where we want to get, instead, if you start your journey off just keeping the diet that you have and instead just adding in the healthier stuff, so adding in more veggies, adding in more protein, naturally all of the junk food is going to become less and less, because healthy whole foods are a lot more dense and they actually make us feel full, and we won't have enough space to eat the chips and the candy and all of the junk. So basically you'll be programming your mind that you are adding things in and not taking things out. This experience will be a lot easier for you and it will feel like the rug is not being ripped from underneath you. Keep reminding yourself of your why. Another reason we fall off is because we lose sight of our why. Obviously, we all want to look good. I would be lying if I said that we didn't have the desire to look good and like what we see in the mirror. That is usually the biggest motivation of people wanting to get fit, and it's just human nature. But another reason why is that eating healthy and working out positively impacts our mental and physical health. I feel it when I don't work out. I end up riddled with anxiety, and when I eat like crap for days in a row, I feel like crap, my skin looks like crap, and I end up in a mental health spiral. And your why is probably gonna look different than mine. Maybe you're somebody that wants to train and run your first marathon, or maybe you just wanna look hot in a bikini in the summer, and that is okay too. Whatever it is, you can do this, and the only thing standing in the way is you, babe. So by committing yourself to this and actually keeping the promises you have with yourself, you're not only gonna look hot, but you're gonna feel so good that you're not gonna wanna stop. And I also wanna add that if you're somebody that has a really big interest in holistic health and healing, maybe you've thought about becoming a health coach, or maybe you're just wanting to start your own healing journey. Like I mentioned earlier, I ended up getting certified with I Again, and I'm telling you guys, the program completely transformed my entire trajectory of my health and fitness journey. So with that said, I'm gonna leave a link below for you guys to get 20% off their program. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to leave a comment, or you can DM me directly on Instagram. You guys, let's go. 2024 is the year that we are keeping promises to ourselves and we are reaching our goals. So let's recap a little bit. What are we gonna be doing? Number one is you are gonna create a solid plan for yourself. You are gonna come up with a realistic workout routine that you're gonna be able to follow in the coming weeks. Number two is you're gonna start prepping ahead. You're gonna lay the clothes out, you're gonna make the food ahead of time. This, I promise, is going to motivate you and save so much time. Number three, you're gonna lock yourself in. You're gonna try to go to a workout class, or maybe you're gonna plan to go to the gym with a friend. That way you guys can hold each other accountable. Number four, this is optional, but you're gonna get a cute fit. If you feel like that's gonna work for you, it works for me. So I'm just saying. Number five, you're gonna eat more protein and fiber. Number six is you're gonna hop on Pinterest and you're gonna find some meals that actually look really good, and you're gonna make some meals that actually excite you. Number seven, you're gonna take baby steps so you can actually sustain the new habits that you're creating. And number eight, you're gonna continue reminding yourself of your why. I hope that this video was really helpful and it kind of gives you a blueprint moving forward into your health and fitness journey. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Maybe share a new workout class you're gonna take or a recipe you're gonna try. And obviously, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll be responding to everybody. I really appreciate you guys watching until the end, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, your evening, whatever it is. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.